If you're still pricing your services based on what you think they're worth, you're leaving thousands on the table.
I always kind of laugh about is that the seller, right, the fractional or the consultant tries to impose their perception of value on the prospect.
Stick around because we're revealing the simple mindset shift that turns $500 gigs into $8,000 partnerships.
Yep. Now, we all do it. We all take on those clients, but it's to learn from it and realize that when we find those clients that align well with us and we can get lockstep and create that partnership, the beauty that we'll be able to create with them will be everlasting for them. And so now getting back to why is it worth 5,000 or 8,000? And as you start to look at pricing, because that's another big thing. So your mindset, understanding your customer, making sure your offer and your pricing is structured well in 25 is also super important.
Yep. Now,
even started looking at that, it's, as you said, value-based pricing. What's the value of what I'm bringing to you?
Mm-hmm.
What is the value? So, for example, and I'm going to make this very, very mundane, okay? If someone came and said, hey, I need help writing an email series, and I've got a list of past buyers, and I have 100,000 past buyers that I need to re-engage. And somebody else came and says, hey, I need help writing an email series, and I have 100 past buyers that I need to re-engage. Which one of those clients would have the greater value from that email?
Yep.
And so, sure, you may have a base price of what it costs, but then the value-based pricing says, hey, listen, the value of what I'm about to do for you is worth so much more. So why shouldn't they pay for that?
Yeah. Yeah. And if the statistics hold true, let's say 5% of that list will become new buyers again. 5% of 100,000, 5% of 100, right? The numbers are there. And here's the thing about value that I always kind of laugh about is the seller, right? The fractional or the consultant tries to impose their perception of value on the prospect. That's not our job, guys. That's not our job. Our job is to draw out the perception of value from the buyer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And when they say it, you walk them through that journey. When they say it, it becomes real. That's something we can lean on. It's very different to me saying, we're going to do this thing, we're going to all this money, and they're not going to take that on board. Our job isn't to apply our perception of value. It's draw it out from the buyer.
Yeah, and that's a great point. And one of the things that I do on calls a lot in those moments is I slow the call down and say, okay, what I want you to do right now, we're just going to do a little exercise, everyone, depending on how many people on the call. I want you to close your eyes. So we've defined the problem. We've defined what we can do. I want you to close your eyes. And now it's a year from now today. So whatever that date is, a year from now. And we solved the problem. Tell me, what is business like for you now? What has changed in your company? How has your revenue changed? How has your perception of things changed? So in other words, what's the value to you?
Mm-hmm.
And I make them dream there. And I make them get concrete in their dream. So, oh, business has increased. No. How much has business increased? Oh, you were able to expand and bring in new staff. How much new staff? What positions are you hiring? You were able to attract new clients. What kind of new clients are you looking to attract? And how much are those clients worth to you? Oh, your profitability went up. Well, how much did your profitability go up? Oh, it went up by 10%. And your revenue went up by 100,000. So you made an extra $10,000 in profit, right? And we get them to quantify that, because you see, once they've quantified that for themselves, that's when you know exactly the value it is to them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's great.
If you're looking for a community, Dean has one that he has created where you can actually start to gather and meet other people just like yourself who are on this journey and that can support you and get expert advice at the same time. And so we're going to link Dean's community in the show notes and in the description. Check that out, and we'll see you there. As always, he's Dean, I'm Atiba, and we're the Fractional Pros. See you next time.
See you next time, guys.